Do you know what? I'm starting to think that the boss of the BBC is becoming a bit obsessed with being a global streaming giant. Hi, it's me again. And yeah, we all know it was coming. We all know that the end of broadcast TV is coming. I don't think we're there yet because too many people still rely on it and there's still a lot of patchy internet around the place. But broadcast TV one day will not be a thing anymore. You want to watch something that's coming down off the internet, probably on demand whenever you want to watch it. Unless it's like a live stream of something, they'll do that, I guess. But Tim Davie, the boss of the BBC, has stuck his neck out and put a date to it. Have a look. The BBC could switch off terrestrial TV and radio by the end of the decade. In a speech about the long-term future of the BBC, Mr Davie said the 100-year-old organisation needed to consider a full switch-off broadcast channels that would mean it would transform into an internet-only broadcaster. Yeah, it is going to happen. It's going to happen one day, but he's always banging on about he wants more money to fight Netflix. How can he possibly compete with Netflix and Amazon and all of this? I don't get it. That's not who he's competing with. The BBC aren't competing with Netflix and Amazon and need to be immediately an online streaming giant. Their main competitors are ITV, Channel 4 and local radio stations, aren't they? They've got nothing to do with Netflix. You can't compete with that. You don't have the money to ever compete with that at the minute unless you go commercial. Because no one's gifting money to Netflix. People are paying money to Netflix because they enjoy Netflix's content. You are competing with ITV and you're losing that battle. Look at all the inventive stuff ITV comes out with. And they just recently launched ITVX, which you can look at loads of the archive of ITV stuff. There's exclusive ITV stuff you can only watch on ITVX, the streaming platform. And you can pay to use ITVX if you choose to. If you don't want to pay, you have to sit through some ads through the shows. You can get rid of the ads by paying them a little bit of money. This is who you're supposed to be competing with, Mr. Davie. Forget being a streaming giant. Forget all of that. And start pushing to be better than your nearest competitor who's doing all of this. ITV are doing all of this on a turnover, not profit, a turnover of about 1.4 billion quid a year. Whereas the TV licence fees alone bring in 3.7 billion quid a year. BBC Studios turns over 1.1 billion quid a year. UK TV, wholly owned by the BBC, is profitable to the tune of about 300 million quid a year. All these revenue streams, and they still can't even be better than their closest competitor, which is a lot smaller than them. How's that work? And you want to be a global streaming giant? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. BBC iPlayer currently attracts 12 million logins per week and accounts for 16% of all viewing of the corporation's programmes. Despite early streaming success with the launch of BBC iPlayer in 2007, broadcasting houses are increasingly grappling for viewers' attentions against US streaming giants and rapidly growing social media companies such as China's TikTok. TikTok is now bigger than the BBC in video for 16 to 24s in the UK, Mr. Davie said. Yeah, it is. It is. That's how bad the BBC has got for the 16 to 24-year-olds. They'd rather watch 10-second clips of people dancing and lip-syncing on a Chinese app than watch any of your content. That's how bad the BBC has got. That's it. That's how bad it is. Although, to be fair, BBC News on TikTok does get a lot of views, which is worrying, really. But the 16 to 24s live on social media. They're not bothered about your bloody broadcast TV. Maybe that is why you want to compete with the streaming giants. But if you can't compete with your closest neighbour, how the hell are you ever going to compete with the giants? You're not. It does seem at times, doesn't it? The BBC just doesn't have any direction. It doesn't have any direction at all. You never hear these dramas coming out of Channel 4 or ITV or Channel 5 or anything like that. And it is the licence fee. The licence fee holds the BBC back. It's holding them back because they don't have to try it. And it's hard to let go. If someone was giving you a shit ton of free money every year, you'd find it hard to give that up and go to work to make your own money, wouldn't you? And that is the problem the BBC's facing. So we need to save them from themselves by stop paying the licence fees. So the licence fee goes away. So they have to get up off their arses and make their own money like all the other channels have to do. You know, Netflix, all right, had a lot of money go in as a capital investment at the beginning, but it's a commercial company. And being a commercial company, it's incentivized to make better stuff. Because if it doesn't make good stuff, no one's going to want to watch Netflix, which means no one's going to pay for Netflix. The BBC doesn't have that concern because it doesn't matter what it does, what it puts out, who it tries to reach, it's going to get its 3.7 billion quid a year. The licence fee holds back the BBC. The BBC could be great again. The BBC could be a world leader in innovation and respect if it weren't for the licence fee. It's got to go. It's got to go. Let me know what you think about it all down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. That way, hopefully I'll see you in another video again soon. Ta-da.